In Dark Skies, a suburban family is troubled by an unknown presence. As time passes by and things worsen, they begin to suspect that aliens are the cause. This movie should be titled Bleak Skies because there was no hope, and there is no hope for this movie whatsoever. When I saw the trailer in theaters, I got really excited. I thought finally a horror film that has an original idea. It'll be sketchy, freak me out a little bit, and to top it off, the producer of Paranormal Activity, which I haven't seen any of those, but I heard they're kind of scary. And also the producer of Insidious is helping with this, so it's going to be good. Well, sadly, I was terribly wrong. So without further ado, here is my review of Dark Skies. Let's start out with the music. Nothing new. It sounded just like the creepy music they use in the recent horror movies I've seen. There's no new music. And there's like, when the aliens would they like add techno music. Like, it's like techno alien music, and it just is weird. And the one thing that was really friggin' annoying was that anytime the aliens were near or something creepy happened or a family member like freaked out about something, so they'd play this, there was this loud buzzing noise, like it was supposed to be like music or something, and it was like buzzing, and it like hurt your ears so bad you wanted to rip your ears off. It was so freaking annoying, like seriously. Oh, and it was like halfway through the movie, like it was like from like the middle of the movie to the end, they like had that like frequently in the movie. It was so annoying. I just pissed me off. The storyline, boring, not original. You can guess the ending. It's predictable. I mean, I was watching the first 30 minutes of it, and I was like, is this going to get any better? And it never did. So the storyline's just flat out boring. The only exciting part was the last 5 minutes when the family's trying to defend themselves in the house against the aliens, and that was the only exciting good part that really was creepy. Acting. Let's get on with the acting. Josh Hamilton, that's the actor's name. I think I've seen him in a couple other stuff. Other things. He looked familiar. He plays Carrie Russell's husband in this movie. Or they're just, Carrie Russell and Josh Hamilton are play a married couple in this movie. And he annoyed the crud out of me. Kept hiding secrets about his job at work and stuff, and aliens and stuff, and didn't believe her. And then he wondered why she was pissed off at him. It's seriously, dude? Seriously? Oh, he just annoyed the crud out of me. And he did this through most of the movie. And then when something happened to his older kid, whose name's Jesse, and he got branded by the aliens or whatever in the middle of the woods in the middle of the day with his dumb friend, he blamed it on the kid, his son's friend. He freaking went and beat him up. It's how dumb are you? And then he just ruined the family. Nobody liked them. They just thought they were freaks. The dad just screwed everything up, and he was so annoying. I hated his character. Let's move on to something else before I blow a gasket. Cliches. This movie has so many horror movie cliches in it. I mean, my goodness. There's a crazy person or an expert who knows all about the protagonist or the creature, whatever's in it, and tries to help the family. The kid, the youngest son, is drawing pictures of the aliens and crap. I mean, that happens in all the movies. When they don't want to show it till the very end, the kid draws pictures of the things, and then they figure out and go to a specialist. I mean, it's just in most horror movies. That's why it's a cliche, because it's just everything. The cops don't believe the family when they tell them all this creepy stuff has happened and the alarm goes off. Oh, the system is having a malfunction. It's not working. Your kids probably did it just to play a prank. They're at that age. No. Just shut up. Urban legends. The boogeyman told me to do it. Or in this case, the Sandman told me to do it. The Sandman said I can't tell you or he's going to come rip our heads off. Seriously. My uncle guessed the ending. It was 2 minutes from the ending, and he guessed it. When they were going through the box of toys in the room after they moved into a new house, my uncle totally guessed the ending, and that's how flippin' predictable it is. And to top that off, I could finish some of the actors or an actress's lines in the movie. I could finish their lines for them before they even said them. That's how predictable this movie was. Probing. The new idea of probing presented in this movie was inserting an implant behind the ear. They cut you or something. I have no idea. It didn't show it. Just showed like a scar. And like they put it in your ear and it's a little implant and they can control you or whatever. It was totally just dumb. It was a little cool, but not that much. It was just dumb. Scenes that didn't fit. We're gonna be here a while because there were just so many scenes that didn't even fit this movie. And I just sat there and was thinking, why is this in a movie about aliens? This has nothing to do with the storyline, nothing at all. You're just putting this in to waste time and take up time to lead up to the conclusion of the film. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a couple, because I tried to think and recap of all the ones I could think of. Jesse is a 13-year-old son. He's the oldest. He tells his mom he's playing Modern Warfare with his friend, and the next scene shows him with the friend, and he's like 16 or 17. He's like way older than Jesse is. They're watching a freaking porno. That has nothing to do with freaking aliens at all. Why would you put that in a movie? It just didn't have anything to do with the storyline. And it was just a complete waste of time. Ugh. Another scene, Jesse is again with that friend, and he does some drugs with that kid at this rental house that he broke into because his mom's a real estate agent and he got the passcode and they broke in there. And they're just all partying and smoking weed, and then his older friend, his sister, Jesse has a crush on the sister, so they go in the kitchen. And she's like, what are you gonna do? So I don't tell your parents what you did. And he just grabs her boob. He's like, She's like, get off me. I mean, seriously, it just... it didn't even belong in the movie. And those are like the top two I can think of, because those were the only two. Oh, cheesy scenes. We're going to be here a while too. There were so many cheesy scenes in this movie. Carrie Russell's a real estate agent, like I mentioned just recently, barely. She's showing these people this house, and she just like freaks out and just like zones out, and she walks up to the sliding glass door and she just starts hitting her head against it, and it's like freaking 15 times. I actually laughed because it was so terrible. She's just... it was just so cheesy and dumb and annoying. I mean, I seriously laughed out loud. I was at my grandpa's house, we were watching it, I was just laughing. I was like, are you serious? The dad, played by the Hamilton guy or whatever, wakes up in the middle of the night and he walks out onto the lawn. And he just stares out like this. The whole time while his wife's trying to talk to him, he's just like, and he looked so dumb. And if I was in that movie, I would have been embarrassed to have done that part. I would be embarrassed to have this on my movie history, to have been in this movie. And especially doing that the whole freaking time. I mean, seriously, it was... The aliens themselves are cheesy. You don't even get to see them that well, because they're always in the shadows, or you see them for 5 seconds and... But, yeah. The aliens... magically unscrew all the screws. They board up like all the windows, and they're like, it's during the 4th of July and everyone's having a good time, and they're in their house boarding up their windows and doors and crap to hide from the aliens. And then the aliens magically unscrew all the screws and they come out one at a time slowly, and dad's like with a shotgun, and then it like falls slow motion and he yells at him, yeah, they're really going to be scared of you. And then he like just shoots randomly off and nothing happens, and then the dog's just scared sitting there too that they got to protect them. It was just dumb. Carrie Russell again. She's walking down the hall. It's dark. It's like after the aliens unscrewed all the stupid screws off the boards and stuff. And the alien's like just about to touch her. Oh, wait, no. He's like that. He's going to tap her on the shoulder and say, hey, can I freaking kill you and your whole family and steal your kids? And then magically it just disappears and he doesn't decide to do it. And I was like, seriously, that's just stupid. It was like they were best friends and he was pulling a prank on her. Scary part. Believe it or freaking not, there was actually a scary part in this movie. Jesse goes to like turn his little brother around because he's like sitting on the floor, or his younger brother. He's not that little. He's like 8 or something, and his eyes are gone, and it's just like it's not like red. It's like just gone, like Jack Skellington, but like kind of creepier. And that was the only really scary part that freaked me out. Like everybody in the room just jumped because we were freaked out. That's the only part that was startling or scary. The rest of it was terrible and stupid and boring. So now for the conclusion. Dark Skies is boring, cheesy, and unoriginal. It's filled with cliches and scenes that aren't even vital to the storyline. My suggestion is don't watch it. Don't. I'm trying to help you here. I'm trying to save you money and time and everything. You're just going to waste your life if you see this movie. It's one of the worst films, truly, I can say I've ever seen. It's one of the worst. And, oh, it's one of the worst I've ever had the displeasure of watching. I'm so glad I didn't see this in theaters like I wanted to. I mean, like I said, I saw the trailer. I was all pumped up. I was like, oh man, that's going to be a great movie. I'm going to go see that in theaters. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't. Otherwise, I probably would have, I would have probably demanded a refund. So, don't watch Dark Skies. You've been warned. Don't watch it. And if you like this movie, or if you want to watch it after this review, after you watch this review, you're like, oh, I'm going to go see Dark Skies, then I think you deserve to be abducted by the aliens in this movie. Because they're going to be your best friend. They're just going to tap you on the shoulder and want you to come hang out with them. Maybe have you do some stupid crap. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and make sure not to check out Dark Skies. It's terrible.